Hello and welcome to District 6200's Grant Management Seminar Recertification Module. This module covers the materials for those Rotarians who are eligible for the Grant Management Seminar Recertification. Here is how the seminar will proceed. First, you will watch the Grant Recertification video as you are doing here. After you finish watching the video, you will need to take the review quiz. You will need to use SurveyMonkey to take the quiz, and the link to SurveyMonkey is found on the district's website. After you've completed the quiz, email me at the address on the screen. Give me your name, the name of your club, and your club position for the coming year. This way, I will be able to give you and your club credit for the recertification. Let's talk about recertification. To be eligible for the Grant Management Seminar Recertification Program, you must have successfully completed the Grant Management Seminar Program during the last 5 years. If you successfully completed a GMS program in the last 5 years, the completion of this module will qualify you as grant certified for the upcoming grant cycle. Let's review a recent major change that was made to the Global Grant Program. An important change was implemented to global grant funding in July 2020. The Global Grant Program has been very successful and has grown at an incredible pace since it was first launched in 2013. This growth, however, means that the Rotary Foundation expects the demand for global grants to dramatically exceed the capacity of the World Fund. Because of this, the Rotary Foundation has decided that World Fund resources will be used to match only district designated fund contributions, and this match has been reduced from 100% to 80%. The match on all cash contributions to global grants were eliminated effective July 1st, 2020. Let's spend a few minutes talking about district designated funds, or DDF. The funds your club will have access to next Rotary year are the result of contributions made 4 years ago. This is why it is so important to maintain consistent support of the Rotary Foundation in your club. In the coming Rotary year, the district will have around $57,000 to be used by clubs for district grants and another $57,000 that can be used for projects that qualify for global grant funding. Let's briefly talk about district grants. Clubs that want to apply for district or global grants must also be qualified. Districts are responsible for qualifying their clubs each year. To become qualified for this grant cycle, your club must first agree to implement the Club Memorandum of Understanding. Second, have at least 2 club members participate in the Grant Management Seminar. And finally, your club is encouraged to enter the club's Rotary Foundation Giving Goals and Rotary Club Central. Appoint a Club Foundation Committee Chair and advise RI and the district office of the name and contact information for this individual. Be current as to Rotary International and District 6200 dues, and all previous district grant projects undertaken by the club have been successfully closed out. Let's talk about District 6200's district grant projects. The maximum grant amount to be awarded will vary between clubs. As I will explain later, the amount is based on a number of factors. Unlike global grants, while District 6200 encourages district grants to be sustainable, it does not require them to be. Also, unlike global grants, clubs do not need to create a separate checking account for a district grant project. Youth service projects are potential district grants. For instance, the cost associated with an Interact activity would be a permissible project. Unlike global grants, construction projects are allowed. brick and mortar projects are problematic to a global grant project due to issues such as building ownership during the lifetime of the project. This is not the case with district grants, as historically the projects have included construction of items such as park pavilions, school athletic facilities, and the like. Finally, partnerships among clubs are encouraged, as up to 4 clubs may participate in a partnership in a district grant. There are a few restrictions associated with district grants, and those are: first, a club is not eligible for a district grant in a coming grant cycle if its previous year's district grant is still open. A grant is open when a club has not filed a final report, or it filed a final report without the necessary supporting paperwork. This is why it is important for the incoming club president to work with the current club leadership to make sure the club has properly closed out its current district grant. Second, a district grant cannot be used to help fund another organization's fundraising activities. Third, a club's district grant project may be for awarding scholarships to graduating high school seniors. However, the scholarship award must be paid to the institution in which the student chooses to enroll to ensure that the funds are spent as intended. Fourth, do not include cash cards of any kind in your district grants project. The purpose may be well intended, but there is no way to verify the funds are expended in the manner consistent with Rotary requirements. And finally, district grants cannot be used to fund ongoing projects. Funds must be used for new club projects only. The grant amount range for the coming grant cycle will be from $500 to $2,000. The Foundation Committee will consider the funding match being provided for the projects as a criteria for setting funding levels. A 15 to 25% minimum match from a club or a non-Rotary partner is required. As done in the past, a member of the District Rotary Foundation Committee will contact the club if its district grant application poses any problems, questions, or concerns. Clubs must use the DAC-DB grant module and use the online application found in the module. It is strongly recommended that you watch the tutorial video provided by DAC-DB to better understand how to use and fill out the online application. Remember, the district grant application deadline is May 15, 2026. Here are the important dates to remember. March 15, 2026, your 25-26 district grant final report must be filed. May 15, 2026, your 26-27 grant application is due. On July 1st, 2026, District 6200 Black Grant application will be submitted to the Rotary Foundation for review so that funds to the clubs can be made available as soon as late July or early August. And remember, March 15th, 2027 is the closeout date for the 26-27 grants. So now it's time to act. Make sure your club has closed out its current district grant. Go to DAC-DB and the Grants module and watch the tutorial and become familiar with the online process. And remember, May 15th is the deadline to submit your grant application for the coming year. As we have talked at the end of the previous videos, here are some resources that help you through the grant process. This is the end of the Grants Management Seminar Recertification module. Now you may complete the GMS Recertification Review Quiz. Thank you.